What up, YouTube? Coming at you today with another video. Today, I'm gonna make a post-workout meal, show you how I do that. I'm gonna eat it, let you enjoy watching that, whatever. And then I'm gonna give you a little bit of a pet talk. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're gonna start making our very simple meal. This is a post-workout meal I eat every single day after I work out. And I've definitely noticed some gains from it. I think it's beneficial. It's very simple. I'm not going to make some Gordon Ramsay stuff this is just post-workout, man. I just to get the fuel in the body, to get the muscles going. So don't expect like big fancy meal, but this is just something simple. I always have rice made, just to make it a little bit easier. I got a non-stick pan right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to open the bison. This is 90% lean, 10% fat. So it's actually like some really good stuff. Don't worry, we're going to cut that part out. I'm going to take my knife here and I'm going to open the bison. And I'm going to use half this pack, okay? So this pack says that it's 4 servings per container, so I'm eating 2 servings at 190 calories each. So that's like what, 380 calories just in the bison. So that's fine because all I'm adding really is rice, maybe 200 calories of rice, so about 580, 600 calories for the meal total, which isn't a lot. And if you're like, I'm bulking right now, but I eat 7 times a day, so I don't really need to add too much to it. But if you want to add to it, you can add some Greek yogurt just to throw in some calories. And it's kind of like sour cream, which is, I like it on it. So we got that. And then we're going to make sure we put our other half in a Tupperware so it doesn't go bad. And then I'm going to stick that in the fridge. So now, the bison's in the pan. I'm going to crank it up to high, okay? Because I ain't got time for all that. So, in the meantime, I'm going to get a bowl. I'm not measuring rice, okay? I'm just putting the rice in the bowl because I'm bulking and I'm not too worried about it. I know about how much rice I want to put in there. About half a bowl of rice, maybe a little bit more. Save the fork and put the lid on the rice. I throw that in the fridge. All right, this is how much rice I'm working with, about half of a little paper plate. And that's another trick, paper plates, guess what? You don't have to wash them, so that's love. And then what we're gonna do is chop this up, just so, it's gonna cook quicker. Gonna get it to a nice ground beef consistency. And we're just gonna keep chopping it. This is how I do it. I probably could let it sit there and it wouldn't hurt anything, but this kind of just gives me something to do while it's cooking. And the real trick, the real secret here is when this gets mostly cooked, there's just like a little bit of red, we're going to throw the rice in with it and mix it around. And what that's going to do is going to use the grease and the fats from the meat is going to kind of like fry the rice without adding any extra oils. I did not add any oil to this pan because there's plenty of fat in there, and you get it, you're getting that shit anyway, so don't even worry about it. And that's the thing, get the non-stick pan, and then when you're done cooking, I take it straight over to the sink, and I have like a little scrub brush I'll scrub it with, so that way, bam, you got a clean pan for next time right away instead of letting it just sit there. And I feel like it's easier to clean when it's freshly been cooked. So we're just gonna keep doing this. It's almost ready for the rice. Just another minute or so. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. I know The quality's not quite there yet. I'm still learning, but you know, and I'm just filming on my phone. You know, eventually I'll get a camera and some mics and stuff to where the quality's going to be better, and I'll learn how to edit better. But for right now, I'm on the grind, man. I'm just going to post and hope somebody sees it and likes it. All right, so right at this point, we are like ready for the rice. So I'm going to take this rice and I'm just going to whoop-bang. I'm going to dump it right in there with it. All right, and then give it a good mixer. And this is going to cook for about a minute. Not too long, because if you do too long, the rice will burn to the pan. And you don't want that. It just makes it harder to clean. All right. So there we go. It's literally about done. Looking like that. The rice, you hear it sizzling. That's the fat frying onto it, making it scrumdiddlyumptious. So, all right, there we go, it's ready. Now what we're gonna do, take the pan, and we're just gonna dump it straight in the bowl. Straight in the bowl. Get as much as you can, because that's all gains. Gotta get the gains. Clean pan for next time, keep that in mind. Because if you're gonna put on muscle, you're gonna have to eat a lot. So you want that pan clean so you can make your next meal. Himalayan pink salt, you know, does it make that much of a difference? No, but it makes me feel fancy. So I like it. And we're gonna put a portion on there, you know, a little sprink. All right, and then we're gonna get the pepper. I like a lot of pepper. Maybe it's a mental thing, but I heard somewhere that pepper helps stuff absorb. But you know, that's kind of the amount of pepper I'm putting on it probably isn't doing anything, but it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put a bunch of pepper on there. Plus it tastes good. All right, and then, then guess what? Hot sauce. Hot sauce. If you are a bodybuilder, you know about the hot sauce grind. All right, put a heaping amount on there. And I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, sodium. Okay, whatever, dude. Like, drink water. You'll be all right. All right, so then here is the final product. And always I add in pineapple for flavor, taste, and pineapple has bromelain in it, which is like helps absorb protein and stuff. So it is awesome with your post-workout meal. Always got to have water. And that's my post-workout meal. All right, now we're going to try this meal. 10 out of 10. I eat this every single day after my workout, and it's definitely, I can't say that it's the only thing that's giving me gains, but I believe I've noticed a difference with it. It's a great meal. I like bison better than beef for some reason. I just think it has a better taste, and this is just something that has become part of my daily routine. We're going to get a little bit of pineapple going here. Love the pineapple too. This is something I added in recently just to kind of spice it up. You know what I mean? Definitely a game changer. Love the pineapple. All right, so I'm going to finish this meal and I'll get back to you with a pep talk.
what we can do with this $1,000 balance. Alright, it's $200. Alright, that's $44.
Stay hydrated. Delicious. All right, and I eat that every single day. That's something. If you're going to be a bodybuilder or you're going to build any type of physique, you need to be able to eat. You know, you don't have to be able to eat the same stuff every day, but you have to be able to eat consistently good on a basis and be disciplined enough to say no to things like pops and candy bars and stuff. I haven't drank a pop or ate a candy bar in like 5 years. And I know I'm not in the best shape ever, but I'm in decent shape and I stay dedicated and I'm pretty proud of myself. Some people don't realize is that I see these huge giant guys on YouTube and stuff, like that stuff takes time. And if somebody gets that big that quick, like I don't care what they're on, it's got to be genetically, they're like predisposed to just putting on massive amounts of muscle. But if you want to, you know, build a good physique and you're like an average person, it takes time. It takes dedication. It takes a lot of hard work. You know, people think that it's easy. You just do this or do that and you get big. No, like it's a lot of hard work, a lot of eating, a lot of meals, and things like that. So with that being said, I want to get into my topic of the day today. So the topic of the day today is just always use your brain. And what I mean by that is when you're trying to, you know, accomplish something or trying to solve a problem, you know, if you just keep going about it the same way every single day, nothing's going to change, nothing's going to get fixed. You have to use your brain and think about the problem strategically and think, okay, what am I doing here? Why is it not working? And what can I change to make it work? So I look at it like if you ever played video games, let's say you come to a boss battle and you go in and fight this boss battle and try the same thing every single time, you're going to get beat by the boss every single time. Okay, so what do? You go back, you look at your strategy, you change your equipment, you know, maybe level up a couple times, you do something different, then go try the boss a different way. And you might get defeated by the boss again. Okay, well, you learned that doesn't work. So you go back with a new strategy and eventually you will beat the boss. And that's how I think life is. So life is just like that. You know, you might fail at the first attempt, you might fail at the second attempt, but you keep adjusting your strategy, changing things, trying something new, and eventually you will be successful. I promise you that. As long as you do not give up. That is the biggest thing. Because some people, they fail the first time and then they want to give up right away. They think it's too hard or it's impossible. I can guarantee you anything you want to do, you can accomplish as long as you do not give up and you stay dedicated and you do it and disciplined. Okay, discipline is a huge one. It's a huge factor in life. Motivation is nowhere near as good as discipline. Okay, motivation's great. You watch a motivational on YouTube, some gym edits or something, you get pumped up and you go have a good workout. Okay, discipline is going to the gym every single day and having a good workout regardless of how you feel. If you feel like crap, if you're sick, if you're whatever, you still go to the gym and you put in 110% effort every day, whether you're feeling motivated or not. Discipline will defeat motivation every single time. And discipline, the only way to gain that is you have to be passionate about what you're doing. You have to actually care about what you're doing. You have to build discipline day in and day out. You know, I spoke about it in another video. You do what you say. Always do what you say. If you say, I'm going to go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m., go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m., whether you feel like it or not. Just do it. You said you're going to do it. Okay, so that's going to build discipline. And you're going to build respect for yourself. And the more you do these things, you're becoming a stronger human being. Discipline is just doing what you hate doing, but acting like you love it. You know, that's what Mike Tyson said in an interview. And I think it's a pretty cool way to describe discipline. So these are the things that you know, you're going to need to build. And it's, you know, nothing in life worth doing is easy. And that's Just the simple fact of it. If you want easy, go lay on the couch and don't accomplish anything, because that's easy. But if you want to, go get a promotion, if you want to go, be an astronaut or a doctor or whatever you want to do, that's fine. You can do that, but you need to be passionate about it. You need to be disciplined, and you got to put in the work. But if you put in the work, I will promise you, you will be successful. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not 5 years from now. But if you don't give up and you put in the work, it will happen for you. And I'm on that grind right now. I have a lot of things I've accomplished, and I have a lot of things I have yet to accomplish. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be in life, but I'm on my way, and I will make it. I have that confidence in myself. I have that confidence in the grind, and I have that confidence in the universe. And that's pretty much all I got to say today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks for watching.